everyone.
Hi. Hi, Margot.
Thank you all for joining us for this afternoon's performance of the comedy of Lady Macbeth. I'm Margot. I'm Sam, one of the directors of this production. We just have a couple of announcements before the show starts. Please turn off or silence your cell phones. We have exits down here where there are exit signs and also up above you, so in case of emergency, please take those exits. That's about all. Thank you for joining us, and please enjoy the comedy of Lady Macbeth.
Thou art, and Cawdor thou couldst be, and perhaps shalt be king hereafter. Yet do I fear thy nature. It is too full o' the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great, art not without ambition, but without illness should attend it. What thou wouldst highly, thou wouldst thou holily. Wouldst not play false, yet wouldst wrongly win. Thou'lt have great wrongs, that which cries, thus thou must do it, if thou have it. That which thou dost fear to do, that wishes should be undone. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits into thine ear, and chastise with the valor of my tongue all that impedes thee from the golden round.
When shall we three meet again, and thunder, lightning, or in rain?
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won.
Thou shalt be ere the set of sun.
Where's the place? Upon the heath. Oh, there's me with Macbeth.
Fair is foul, and foul is fair. Huggard through the fog, and filth the air.
What man is this? He can report the seemeth by his plight of the revolt the newest state.
This is the sergeant, who, like a good and hearty soldier, fought against my captivity. Hail, brave friend! Say to the king the knowledge of the broil as thou didst leave it.
Doubtful it stood, for the merciless MacDonald, worthy to be a rebel, for to that the multiplied villainies of nature do swarm upon him. From the western isles of currents and hourglasses is supplied, and fortune on his damp world smiling showed like a rebel's whore. But all too weak, for brave Macbeth, well he deserves that name, disdaining fortune with his brandished steel, would smoke with bloody execution, like Valor's minion, carved out our passage, until he faced the slave, which ne'er shook hands nor bade farewell to him, till he unseamed it from the nave to the chaps, and fixed his head upon our battlements.
Oh, valiant brother, worthy gentleman.
Whence against the sun's reflection, shipwrecking storms and dire thunder breaks, so too from wet spring winds comfort seemed to come, discomfort swells. Mark, King of Scotland, mark, no sooner justice had with valor armed, compelled these skipping kerns to trust their heels, but the Norwegian lord, surveying vantage, with new supplies of men, began a fresh assault.
Dismayed not this, our captains Macbeth and Banquo.
Yes, as the eagle, the sparrow, the hare, the lion, if I say sooth, I must report that they are as cannons overcharged with double cracks. So they doubly redoubled upon the foe, except they meant to bathe in their reeking wounds, or memorize another Golgotha. I cannot tell. Ooh, but I am faint. My gashes cry for help.
So well thy words become thee as thy wounds. They smack of honor both. Go, get him surgeons. What man is this?
The worthy Thane of Ross.
So she looked and seems to speak things strange.
God save the king. Whence comest thou, worthy Thane? great king, Norway himself, with terrible numbers, assisted by that most disloyal traitor, the Thane of Cawdor, began a dismal conflict, till that Belana's bridegroom leapt in proof, confronted him with self-comparisons, pointing its point rebellious, arm against arm, curbing his lavish spirit, and so, to conclude, the victory fell on us.
Ah,
How? How great happiness! No more that Thane of Cawdor shall deceive our bosomed interest. Go pronounce his present death, and with his former title greet Macbeth.
I'll see it done.
That which he hath lost, Macbeth hath won.
Where hast thou been, sister?
Killing swine.
Sister, where thou? A sailor's wife had chestnuts in her lap and munched and munched and munched. Her husband to Aleppo gone, master of the tiger, and in a sea off thither sail, and like a rat without a tail. I'll do, and I'll give thee a wind. Thou art kind, I another.
A drum, Macbeth doth come. The weird sisters, hand in hand, coasters of the sea and land, thus to go about, thrice to thine, and thrice to mine, and thrice again to make up nine. Peace, the charms wound up.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
How far is it called for? What are these creatures so withered and wild in their attire that look not like the inhabitants of this earth, and yet are on it? Speak! Live you, are you? That's what they may question.
Speak if you can. What are you?
All hail Macbeth, hail to thee, Thane of Plums. All hail Macbeth, hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor.
All hail Macbeth, thou shalt be king hereafter.
Good sir, why do you seem to start to fear things that do sound so fair? My partner, you greet with present grace of great prediction, royal having, and noble hope. To me you speak not. Speak then to me, who neither fear nor your favors, who neither fear nor beg your favors nor your peace.
Hail.
Hail, hail, lesser than Macbeth, and greater.
Not so happy, yet much happier.
Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none, so all hail Macbeth, and Banquo. Banquo and Macbeth, all hail.
Stay, you imperfect speakers, tell me more. By Sinel's death, I know I am Thane of Plums, but how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives, a prosperous gentleman, and to be king stands not within the prospect of belief, no more than to be Cawdor. Say from whence you owe this strange intelligence, or why upon this blasted heath you stomp our way with such prophetic greeting. Speak, I charge you.
The earth has bubbles as the water has. These are them. Whither have they vanished?
Into the air, and which seemed corporal melted as breath into the wind. Would they have stayed? Your children shall be kings.
You shall be king.
And Thane of Cawdor too, went it not so?
To the self-same tune. Who's there?
The king!
Ah!
How do you receive, Macbeth, the news, thy success? And, for an earnest of a greater honor, he bade me, from him, call thee Thane of Cawdor.
Does the devil speak true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who was the Thane lives yet, but in her heavy judgment bears the life which he deserves to lose. Whether he was combined with those of Norway, or he did lie and revel with hidden help or vantage, or that with both he labored in his country's wreck, I know not. But treason's capital, confessed and proved, have overthrown him.
Plums and Cawdor. The greatest is behind. Thanks for your pains. Do you not hope your children shall be kings when those that gave the fane of Cawdor to me promised no less to them?
That trusted home might yet enkindle you unto the crown, besides the fane of Cawdor. But 'tis strange, and oftentimes to win us to our harm, the instruments of darkness tell us truths, win us with honest trifles, betray us in deepest consequences. Cousins, a word, I pray you.
2 truths are told as happy prologues to the swelling act of the imperial theme. I thank you, gentlemen. This supernatural soliciting cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why hath it given me earnest of success, commencing in a truth? I am Thane of Cawdor. If good, why do I yield to that suggestion whose horrid image doth unfix my hair and make my seated heart knock at my ribs against the use of nature? Present fears are less than horrible imaginings. My thought, whose murder is yet but fantastical, shakes so my single state of man that function is smothered in surmise, and nothing is but what is not.
Look how a partner's wrapped.
If chance will have me king, why chance may crown me without my stir.
New honors come upon him, like our strange garments, cleave not to their mold, but with aid of use.
Come what come may, time and the hour runs through the roughest day.
Worthy Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
Let us toward the king. Think upon what hath chanced, and at more time, the interim having waited, let us speak our free hearts each to other.
Very gladly.
Till then enough. Come, friends.
Is execution done on Cawdor? Are not those in commission yet returned?
My liege, they are not yet come back. But I spoke with one that saw him die, who did report that very frankly confessed his treason, implored your Highness's pardon, and set forth a deep repentance.
Oh, there is no art to find the mind's construction in the face. He is a man on whom I put an absolute trust. Oh, worthy brother! Even now the sins of my ingratitude was heavy on me. Thou art so far before that even the swiftest wing of recompense is slow to overtake thee. Only I've left to say, more's thy due than more than all could pay.
The service and the loyalty I owe, in doing it, pays itself.
I have begun to think, and will like to see thee full of growing. Noble Banquo, who is no less known, nor must be known no less to have done so. Let me enfold thee and hold thee to my heart.
There, if I grow, the harvest is your own.
Sons, kinsmen, thanes, and you, whose places are nearest, know that we shall establish our estate upon our eldest Malcom, who henceforth shall be known Prince of Cumberland.
The rest is labor, which is not used for you. I'll be myself a harbinger and make joyful the hearing of my wife with your reproach. So humbly take my leave.
My worthy father.
The Prince of Cumberland! That is a step on which I must fall down or else o'erleap, for in my way it lies. Stars, hide your fires. See not my black and deep desires. The eye wink at the hand, yet let that be which the eye fears when it is done to see.
True, noble Banquo, he is full so valiant. Let's after him who has gone before him.
This have I thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness, that thou mightst not lose the dues of rejoicing by being ignorant of what greatness is promised thee. Lay it to thy heart and farewell. What is your tidings?
The king comes here tonight.
Thou art mad to say it. Is not thy master with him, who, were it so, would have informed for preparation?
So please you, it is true. Our thane comes here. One of my fellows at the speed of him, who almost dead for breath, had scarcely more than will make up his message.
Give him good tendings. He brings great news. The raven himself is hoarse that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here, and fill me crown to toe, top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood, stop up all access and passage to remorse, that no compunctious visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. Come, thick night, and pall thee in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wounds it makes, nor heaven hold in the blanket of the dark to cry, hold, hold! Great lungs, worthy Cawdor, greater than both by the all-hail hereafter, thy letter has transported me beyond your ignorant present, and I now see the future in the instant.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
And the wind goes hence.
Tomorrow, as he purposes.
Oh, ne'er shall sun that morrow see. Your face, my thing, is as a book, where many reads. The child of time looks like the time. Bear welcome in your eye, your hand, your tongue. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. He that's coming must be provided for, and you will put this night's great business into my dispatch, which shall all our days and nights to come give solely sovereign sway and master them.
We will speak further.
Only look up here. To alter favor, ever is to fear. Leave the rest to me.
Now this castle hath a pleasant seat. The air nimbly and sweetly recommends itself unto our gentle senses. See, mine honored sister, the love that follows sometimes is our trouble, which still we thank us love. Herein I shall teach you how you shall ask God yield us for your pains and thank us for your troubles.
All our service, twice done, and then done double, were poor and single business, whereupon your honors, so deep and broad, with which they lay their house. To those who old and late dignities, we rest your hermits.
Where's that thane of Cawdor? My sister, we are your guests tonight.
Your servants have theirs, themselves and what is theirs in count, to make their audit and your highness's pleasure, and still to return your own.
Take my hand, sister. We will continue our graces towards your husband. By your leave, sister.
If it were done when 'tis done, then 'twere well it were done quickly. He's here in double trust. First, as I am his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed. Then, as his host, who should against his murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, only vaulting ambition, which o'erleaps itself and falls on the other. How now? What news?
He hath almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
Hath he asked for me?
No, you not has.
We will proceed no further in this business. He hath honored me of late, and I have bought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which would be worn now, in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself? How it slept since? And it wakes now to look so pale and green at what it did so freely. From this time shall I count thy love. Art thou feared to be the same in thine own act and valor as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that which esteems the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine honesty, letting I dare not wait upon I would, like a poor cat in the attic?
Prithee, peace! I become a man. Who dares do more is none.
Then what beast was it that made you break this enterprise to me? When durst you do it? Then you were a man. And to be more than what you were, you would be so much more the man. Nor time, nor place did then adhere, and yet you would make them both. They have made themselves, and that their fitness now does unmake you.
If we should fail.
We fail! We're to the sticking place and will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, whereto shall his day's hard journey soundly invite him, his 2 chamberlains will I with wine and wassail so convince that memory, the order of the brain, shall be a fume, and the receipts of reason a limbeck only. When in swinish sleeps their drenched nature lies in death, what cannot you and I perform upon my unguarded brother? What not put upon his spongy officers that bear the guilt of our great crowd?
Will it not be received when we have marked with blood those sleepy 2 of his own chamber, and used their very daggers, that they have done it?
Who dares receive it other, as we shall make our grief and clamor roar upon his death?
I'm settled, and bend up each corporal agent to this terrible feat.
Away, as oftentimes fair show.
False face must hide what the false heart doth know.
How goes the night, my child?
The moon is down. The moon is not yet down, and I have not heard the clock.
She goes down at 12?
I take it 'tis later, father.
Oh, take my sword. There's husbandry in heaven, and all their candles are all out. Taking this too. A heavy summons weighs like lead upon me, and yet I would not sleep. Oh, merciless powers restrain in me the cursed thoughts that nature gives way to in repose. Oh, give me my sword. Who's there?
A friend!
All's well. I dreamed of the 3 weird sisters last night. To you they showed some truth.
I think not of them. Yet, when we could entreat an hour to serve, we would spend it in some words on that business, if you would grant the time.
At your kindest pleasure.
Good proposal, while.
No excuse, sir.
Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not, fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight, or art thou the dagger of the mind? A false creation proceeding from the heat-oppressed brain. Thou marshallest me the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fools of the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still, and on thy blade and dudgeon gouts of blood, which was not so before. There is no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs us to mine eyes. Now o'er the 1/2 world nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse the curtained sleep. Thou sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps, which way they walk, for fear thy very stones prate of their whereabout, and take the present horror from the time which now suits with us. Whilst I threat, he lives. Words to the heat of deeds, too cold breath gives. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell which summons thee to heaven or to hell.
That which hath made them drunk hath made me bold. What hath quenched them hath given me fire. Hark! It was the owl that shrieks. The fatal bell bellman that gives the sternest good night. He is about it. The doors are open, and the circuited rooms do mock their charge with snores. I have drugged their posits, that death and nature do contend about them, whether they live or die.
Who's there? What? Oh!
Alack, I fear they have awaked, which is not done. It is the attempt and not the deed that confounds us. Hark, I lay the daggers ready, he could not have missed them. Had he not resembled my father as he slept, I had done it. My husband!
I have done the deed! This is a sorry sight!
A foolish thought to say a sorry sight. Go get some water and wash this filthy witness from your hands. Why do you bring the daggers from the place? They must lie there. Go, carry them, and smear the sleeping rooms with blood.
I'll go no more. I'm afraid to think what I have done. Look on it again, I dare not.
Firm of purpose, give me the daggers. And the dead are but as pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears a painted devil. If ye do bleed, I'll gild their faces with blood, for it must seem their guilt.
Whence is that knocking? How is it with me when every noise does unmake me? Oh, what hands are here? Oh, they pluck out my eyes. Will all Neptune's great ocean not wash this blood clean from my hands? No, this my hand will rather the multitudinous seas in incarnadine, making the green one red.
My hands are of your color, but I shame to wear a heart so white. I hear a knocking at the south entry. Retire to our chambers. A little water cleans us of this deed. How easy it is then. Your constancy has left you unattended. Hark, more knocking. Get on your nightgown, lest occasion call us and show us to be watchers. Be lost not so poorly in your thoughts.
To know my deed, 'twere best not know myself. Wake Duncan with thy knockings. I would thou couldst.
Here's a knocking indeed. If a man were porter of Hellgate, he should have old turning the key. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there? Beelzebub's name. Here's a farmer that hanged himself on expectation of plenty. Come in time, have napkins an hour about you. Here, you'll sweat for it. Knock, knock. Who's there in the other devil's name? Faith, here's an equivocator that could swear in both the scales against either scale, that committed treason enough for God's sake, yet could not equivocate into heaven. Oh, come in, equivocator. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there? Faith, here's an English tailor come hither for stealing out of a French hose. Come in time, tailor. Here you may roast your goose. Knock, knock. Never at quiet. What are you? But this place is too cold for hell. Oh, devil porter is no further. I had thought to have let in some of all the professions that go the primrose way to the everlasting bonfire. Anon, I pray you remember the porter.
Was it so late, friend, ere you went to bed, that you do lie so late?
Faith, sir, we were carousing till the second cock. And drink, sir, is a great provoker of three things.
What three things does drink especially provoke?
Marry, sir, nose painting, sleep, and urine. Lechery, sir, it provokes and unprovokes. It provokes the desire, but it takes away the performance. Therefore, too much drink may be said to be an equivocator with lechery. It makes him and it mars him. It sets him on and it takes him off. Makes him stand to and not stand to. It persuades him and it disheartens him. And in conclusion, equivocates him into sleep and giving him the lie, leaves him.
I do believe Dirk gave thee the lie last night.
Oh, that it did, sir, in the very front of me. But I requited him for his lie, and I think, being too strong for him, though he took up my legs sometime, yet I made a shift, cast him out.
It's my master stirring. Our knocking has awakened him. Here he comes.
Good morrow, noble sir.
Good morrow, both.
Is the king stirring for anything?
Not yet.
He did command me to call timely upon him. I have almost slipped the hour.
I'll bring you to him.
I know 'tis a joyful trouble to you, yet 'tis one.
The labor we delight in, physics paid. Here is the door.
I'll make so bold to call, for 'tis my limited service.
Goes the king hence today.
He does.
No.
He did appoint so.
Horror! 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 Neither tongue nor heart can conceive nor name me. What's the matter?
What's the matter?
You should now have made his masterpiece. Most sacrilegious murderer broke off the door of the Lord's anointed temple and stole that celestial building.
What is it you say? The light?
Your Majesty.
Bid me speak no more. Approach the chamber. See and speak yourselves. Awake. Awake! Ring the alarm bell. Murder and treason! Banquo and Duncan and Malcom, awake! Shake off this downy sleep, death's counterfeit, and stare on death itself. And see the great doom's image. Malcom, Banquo! Rise as from your graves and walk like sprites to countenance this horror! Ring the bell!
What's the business that such a hideous trumpet calls to parley the sleepers of the house? Speak, speak.
Oh, gentle lady, 'tis not for you to hear what I have to say, for the repetition in a woman's ear would murder as it fell. Banquo, Banquo, your royal brother's murdered.
Oh, alas, what, in our house?
Had I but died an hour before this chance, I had lived a blessed life. For from this instant there's nothing serious in mortality. All but toys, renown and grace is dead. The wine of life is drawn, and the mere lees is left the vault to brag.
What is amiss? Your royal father's murdered.
Oh. By whom?
By those in his chambers that seemed to have done it, their hands, their faces were badged with blood, so were their daggers, which unwiped we found upon their pillows. They stared, they were distracted. No man's life was to be trusted with them.
Oh, yet I do repent me of my fury that I did kill them.
Wherefore did that?
Who can be wise, amazed, temperate and furious, loyal and neutral in a moment? No man. The expedition of my violent love outrun the pause or reason. There lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with his golden blood, and his gashed stabs looked like a breach in nature for ruin's wasteful entrance. There, the murderers, steeped in the colors of their trade, their daggers unmannerly breached with gore. Who could refrain that had a heart to love, and courage in that heart to make love known?
Whoa, alas, help me, ho, ho.
What did you come to
What should be spoken here? Where are we? Hidden and honorable, passion sees us. Lights open. Our tears have not yet burned.
Or a strong sorrow upon the foot of motion.
Let us briefly put on manly readiness and meet in the hall together.
Well said. What will you do? Let's not consort with them. To show an unfelt sorrow as an officer which the false man does easy. I'll say England.
To Ireland I, our separated fortunes shall keep us both the safer where we are. There's daggers in men's smiles, the near in blood, the nearer bloodier.
This murderous shack that shot hath not yet left. And the safest way is to avoid being. Therefore, to horse, and let us not be dainty in leave taking, but shipped away. There's warrant in Macbeth which steals itself, and there's no mercy in it.
How goes the world, sir, now?
What, see you not?
Is it known who did this more than bloody deed?
Those who Macbeth has slain.
Alas, the day. What good could they pretend?
They were suborned. Malcom and Donald, the king's two sons, are stole away and fled, which puts upon them suspicion of the deed.
Against nature still, frivolous ambition, thou wilt raven up thine own life's means. Then 'tis most like the sovereignty will fall upon Macbeth.
He is already named, and gone to Scone to be invested.
Will you to suit?
No cousin, Hall to Fife.
Well, I will visit.
May you see things well done there. Adieu. Lest our old robes sit easier than our new.
Thou hast now, king, Hodor, gloms and all, just as the weird women promised, and yet I fear thou playest most foully for it. Yet, they said it should not stand in thy posterity, but that I myself shall be the root and father of many kings. If there come truth from them, as upon me, Macbeth, then their speeches shine. Why by then on the verities made good could they not be our oracles as well, and set me up in hope? But hush, no more.
Here's our chief guest.
If he had been forgotten, it had been as a gap in our great feast, and all thing unbecoming.
Tonight we hold a solemn supper, sir, and I'll request your presence.
Let your highness command upon me my duties with which an invaluable tie are forever linked.
Ride you this afternoon?
Aye, my lord, I must become a borrower of the night for a dark hour away.
I should have else desired your good advice in this day's council, which still hath been both grave and prosperous, but we'll take tomorrow. Is it far you ride?
As far, my lord, as will fill the time twixt this and supper.
Fail not our feast.
My lord, I will not.
We hear our bloody nephews are bestowed in England and in Ireland, not confessing their cruel parricide, filling their hearers with strange invention. But of that tomorrow, when therewithal we shall have causes of state craving us jointly. Hie you to horse, adieu. Oh! Goes Fleance with you?
Aye, my good lord, our time does call upon us.
I wish your horses swift and sure of foot, and so I do commend you to their backs. Farewell. Let every man be master of his time till 7 at night. To make society the sweeter welcome, we'll keep ourselves till supper time alone. While then God be with you. Sarah, a word. Attend those men our pleasure.
They are, my lord, without the castle gate.
Bring them before us. To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus. Our fears in Banquo stick deep, and in his royalty of nature reigns that which would be feared. He chid the sisters when first they put the name of king upon me, and bade them speak to him. Then, prophet-like, they hailed him, father, father to a line of kings. Upon my head they placed a fruitless crown, and put a barren scepter in my grip, thence to be wrenched with an unlineal hand, no son of mine succeeding. Who is there? Now wait at the door till we call. Was it not yesterday we spoke together?
It was so please, your highness.
Well, then now have you considered of my speeches? Know you that it was he in times past which held you so under fortune, which you thought had been our innocent self?
You made it known to us, my lord.
Both of you know Banquo was your enemy.
We shall, my lord, perform as you command us.
Oh, our lives.
I require clearness. And with him, rubs nor botches in the work. Fleance, his child that keeps him company, whose absence is no less material to me than is her father's, must also embrace the fate of that dark hour. Resolve yourselves apart. I'll come to you anon.
We are resolved, my lord.
I'll call upon you straight. Abide within. It is concluded. Banquo, thy soul's flight. If it find heaven, let's find it out tonight. Oh.
My lord, why do you keep alone? Of sorriest fancies your companions make me. Using those thoughts which have indeed died with them, they think not. Things without all remedy should be without regard. What's done is done.
We have scorched the snake, not killed it. She'll close and be herself, while our poor malice remains in danger of her former tooth. But let the frame of things disjoint. Both the worlds suffer, ere we will eat our meal in fear, and sleep in the affliction of these terrible dreams which do shake us nightly. Better be with the dead, whom we, to gain our peace, have sent to peace, than on the torture of the mind that lies in restless ecstasy. Duncan is in his grave. After life's fitful fever, he sleeps well. Treason has done his worst. Nor steel, nor poison, malice, domestic, foreign levy, nothing can touch him further.
Come, gentle my lord, sleep o'er your rugged looks, be bright and jovial among your guests tonight.
So shall I, love, and so I pray be you. Let your remembrance apply to Banquo. Present him with eminence, both with eye and tongue, unsafe the while that we must lave our honors in these flattering streams and make our faces visards to our hearts, disguising what they are.
You must leave this.
Oh, full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife. Thou know'st that Banquo and his Fleance lives.
But in them nature's copy's not a turn.
There's comfort yet. They are assailable. Then be thou joking. Ere the bat hath flown his cloistered flight, there shall be done a deed of dreadful note.
What's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, till thou applaud the deed. Come, sealing night, scarf up the tender eye of pitiful day, and with thy bloody and invisible hand, cancel and tear to pieces that great bond which keeps me pale. Light thickens, and the crow makes wing to the rooky wood. Good things of day begin to droop and drowse, while night's black agents to their praise do rouse. Thou marvelst at my words, yet hold thee still. Things bad make strong themselves by ill. So prithee, go with me.
The west yet gleams with some streaks of day.
Now spurs the gated traveler apace to gain the timely end. Now near approaches the subjects of our watch. Hark! I hear horses.
Keep the light there. Ho!
'Tis he, for the rest that are within the note of expectation are already in the court. His horses go around almost a mile, but he does usually, as most men do, from hence to the palace gate, make it his watch. 'Tis he, stand towards him.
It'll be rain tonight.
Let it come down!
Treachery, treachery! Fly, Lance! Fly, fly, fly! Oh, thou mayest revenge!
There is split.
best half of our estate.
Well, let us go and say how much is done.
You know your own degrees. Sit! At first and last, the hearty welcome.
Thanks to your majesty.
Thanks to your majesty.
Thanks to your majesty.
I will stand and play the humble host and mingle with society. Our hostess keeps her state, but in best time, we will require her welcome.
Pronounce it for me, sir, to our loyal friends, for my heart speaks their welcome.
See, they encounter thee with their heart's thanks. Be large in mirth. Anon will drink a measure the table round. There's blood on thy face.
'Tis Banquo's land.
'Tis better thee without than he within. Is he dispatched?
Aye, my good lord. His throat is slit. That I did for him.
Thou art the best of the cutthroats. Yet he's good that did the like for Fleance. If thou didst it, thou art the nonpareil.
My lord, Fleance escaped.
Then comes my fit again. I had else been perfect. Whole as the marble, founded as the rock, as broad and general as the casing air, but now I am cabined, cribbed, confined, bound into saucy doubts and fears. But Banquo's safe.
Aye, my good lord, safe in a ditch he bides. 20 trench gashes on his head, the least of death to nature.
Thanks for that. There the grown serpent lies. The worm that's fled hath nature that will in time venom breed. No teeth for the present. Get thee gone. Tomorrow we'll hear ourselves again.
My royal lord, we do not give a cheer. The feast is soul that is not often vouched, while to make me 'tis given with welcome. To feed were best at home, from when sauce to meat were ceremony, eating were bare without it.
Sweet remembrancer. Now good digestion wait on appetite and health on both.
May it please your highness, sit.
Here had we now our country's honor roofed, were the graced person of our Banquo present, who I may rather challenge for unkindness than pity for mischance.
His absence certainly blame upon his promise. May it please your royal highness, sit.
Table's full.
There's a place reserved, sir.
Where?
There?
My good lord, what is it moves your highness?
Would you have done this?
My good lord?
What, my good lord?
Oh my God, thou canst not say I did it! Never shake thy gory locks at me!
Gentlemen, rise, his highness is not well.
Worthy friends, my lord is often thus, and hath been since his youth. Pray you keep seat. The fit is momentary. Upon a thought he will be well again. If much you note on him, you shall offend him and extend his passion. Feed and regard him not. Are you a man?
Which there look on that, which might appall the devil!
Proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. Oh, these flaws and starts, impostures to true fear, would well become a woman's tale at a winter's fire, authorized by her grandam, shame itself. Why do you make such faces when all is done and look but on a stool?
Prithee, see there! Behold! Look! Lo! Why, what say you? What care I, if thou canst nod, speak too? If charnel houses in our graves must send those that we bury back, our monuments shall be the maws of kites.
What, quite a man in folly?
If I stand here, I saw him.
Why, for shame.
Blood hath been shed ere now. In the olden times, ere human statute purged the gentle wheel, aye, and since too, murders had been performed too terrible for the ear. The time has been that when the brains were out, the man would die, and there an end. But now, they rise again, with 20 mortal murders on their crowns, and push us from our stools. This is more strange than such a murder is.
My royal lord, your noble friends do lack you.
Don't you forget. Do not muse at me, friends. I have a strange infirmity, which is nothing to those that know me. Come, love and health to all. Then I'll sit down. Give me some wine. Fill full. I drink to the general joy of the whole table. And to our dear friend, Banquo, whom we miss! Would he were here. To all and him we thirst, and all to all.
Our duties and the pledge!
Avaunt! And quit my sight! Let the earth hide thee! Thy bones are marrowless, thy blood is cold! Thou hast no speculation in those eyes which thou dost glare with.
Think of this, good peers, as a thing of custom. 'Tis no other, only it spoils the pleasure of the time.
Now when man dare, I dare. Approach now like the rugged Russian bear, the armed rhinoceros, the Hurkin tiger. Take any shape but that, and my firm nerves shall never tremble. Or be alive again, and dare me to the desert with thy sword. If trembling I inhabit then, protest me the baby of a girl. Hence, horrible shadow, unreal mockery, hence! Why so? Being gone, I am a man again. Pray you, sit still.
You have displaced the mirth and broke the good meeting with most admired disorder.
Can such things be, and overcome us like a summer's cloud without our special wonder? You make me strange, even to the disposition that I do owe, but now I think you can behold such sights and keep the natural ruby of your cheeks, when mine is blanched with fear.
What sights, my lord?
I pray you speak not. He grows worse and worse. Question enrages him. Please, stay not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
And, better health attend his majesty.
And have a night all.
It will have blood. They say blood will have blood. Stones have been known to move, and trees to speak. Augurs and understood relations have by magpies and choughs and rooks brought forth the secretest man of blood. What is the night?
Almost at odds with morning, which is which?
How sayst thou that Macduff denies his presence at our royal bidding?
Did not you send to him, sir?
I hear it, by the way, but I will send. There's not a one of them, but in his house I keep a servant feed. I will tomorrow, and betimes I will to the weird sisters. More shall they speak, for I am bent to know the worst means the worst. For mine own good, all causes must give way. I am in blood, stepped in so far that should I wait no more, returning were as tedious as go o'er. Strange things I have in head that will to hand, which must be acted, ere they may be scanned.
You lack the season of all nature. Sleep.
Come, will to sleep. Our strange and self-abuse is the initiate fear which wants hard use. We are yet but young indeed.
My former speech is that they hate your thoughts, which can interpret further. Only I say, things have been strangely born. The gracious Duncan was pitied of Macbeth, merry now he was dead, and the too valiant Banquo walked too late, whom you may say, if it please you, Fleance killed, for Fleance fled. Men must not walk too late. Huh? You forgot what I thought how monstrous it was for Malcom and for Donalbain to kill their gracious father. There, in fact, that would did grieve Macbeth. Did he not straight in pious rage those two delinquents tear? Those who were slaves of drink, thralls of sleep? Was not that nobly done? I am wisely too, which would have angered any heart alive to hear the man deny it. So that I say, I do think he has borne all things well. And I do think that had he Duncan's sons under his key, which if it please heaven he shall not, they would know what 'twere to kill a father. So would Fleance. But peace, for from broad words empathy fails his presence at that tyrant's feast. Here Macduff lives in disgrace. Sir, can you tell me where he bestows himself?
The son of Duncan, from whom this tyrant holds the due of birth, lives now in the English court. There he's received of the most pious Edward with such grace that the malevolence of fortune nothing takes from his high respect. Thither Macduff is gone to pray the holy king upon his aid to wake Northumberland and warlike Seward that, by the help of these, with him above to ratify the work, we may again give sleep to our nights, meat to our tables, free from our feasts and banquets, bloody knives, do faithful homage, receive free honors, all which we pine for now. And this report hath so exasperated the king that even now he prepares for some attempt of war.
Sent he Macduff?
Oh, he did, and with an absolute sir, not I. The cloudy messenger turned me his back, as if to say, you'll rue the time that clogs me with this answer.
Well, that might advise him to a caution to hold what distance his wisdom can provide. Oh, some holy angel, fly to the court of England, and send that message ere he comes. Swift blessing may soon return to this our suffering country under the hand of hers.
I'll send my prayers with him.
Round about the cauldron go, in the poison entrails throw. Toad that under cold stone days and nights has 31. Sweltered venom sleeping got, boiled out first in the charmed pot. Double, double toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Bit of a fenny snake in our cauldron boil and bake. I of newt and two of frog, of bat and tongue of dog. For charm of powerful trouble, like a hell-brought coil and bubble.
Double, double toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Scale of dragon, tooth of wolf. Add there two witches, mummy, maw, and wolf. Then a tiger's chaldron for the ingredients of our cauldron. Double, double toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. By the prickling of my thumb, something wicked this way comes. Open locks, whoever knocks.
How now, you secret black and midnight hags? What is it you do?
A deed without name.
I conjure you, by that which you profess, howe'er you come to know it, answer me.
Speak. Demand. Will answer. Say, if thou'dst rather hear it from our mouths or from our masters.
Call him, let me see him.
Poor and sow's blood that hath eaten her nine pharaoh, grease that sweetened from the murderer's gibbet, throw into the flame. Come high or low, thyself in on this deathly show.
Tell me, thou unknown power.
He knows thy thought. Hear his speech, but say thou not. Macbeth. Macbeth. Macbeth.
thy good caution, thanks. Thou hast harked my fear aright. But one word more.
You will not be commanded. Here's another more potent than the first.
Then live, Macduff, what need I fear of thee? Yet I'll make assurance double sure and take a bond of fate. Thou shalt not live. That I may tell pale-hearted fear it lies in sleep in spite of thunder. What is this? Which rises like the issue of a king and wears upon his baby brow the round and top of sovereignty.
Listen, but speak not to it. We lion nettled and proud, and take no care who chase, who fret, or where conspirers are. Macbeth shall never vanquish, be unto. Great Birnamwood, move to high Duncan Hill, shall come against him.
Well, that will never be. Who can impress the forest, bid the tree unfix his earthbound root? Sweet bowman's good. Our high-placed Macbeth shall live the lease of life and pay his rep to time and mortal custom. Yet my heart throbs to know one thing. Tell me, if your art can tell as much, will Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more.
Where are they? Gone? Let this pernicious hour stand I accursed in the calendar. Come in without them.
What's your grace's will?
Saw you the weird sisters?
No.
Hanging up by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infected be the air whereon they ride, and damned all those that trust them. I did hear the galloping of horse. Who was it came by?
Just 2 or 3, my lord, who bring you news that Macduff is fled to England.
Fled to England!
My lord.
Time! Thou anticipatest my dread exploits! The flighty purpose never is o'ertook, unless the deed go with it. From this instant, the very firstlings of my heart shall be the firstlings of my hand. And even now, to crowd my thoughts with acts, be it thought and done. The castle of Macduff I will surprise, seize upon fight, give to the edge of the sword its wife, his babies, and all those unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. No boasting like a fool. This deed I'll do before this purpose cool. But no more sights. Where are these gentlemen? Come, bring me where they are.
What had he done to make him fly the land?
You must have patience, madam.
He had none. His flight was madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it was his wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom. To leave his wife, to leave his babes, his mansion, and his titles in a place from whence himself must love. He loves us not. He wants the natural touch with poor men. The most diminutive of birds will fight her young ones in the nest against the cow. All is the fear, and nothing is the love. So little as the flight runs against all reason.
My dearest coz, I pray you school yourself. But for your husband, he is wise, noble, judicious, and best knows the fits. I dare not say much further. I take my leave at once. It shall not be long, but I'll be here again. Things at their worst will cease, or else climb upward to what they were before. Oh, my pretty cousin, blessing upon you.
Fathered he is, yet he is fatherless.
I'm so much a fool should I stay longer. It would be my disgrace and your discomfort. I take my leave at once.
Sirrah, your father's dead.
My
But what wilt thou do for father?
If my father were dead, I would weep for him. If he were not, 'tis a good sign I should soon have a new father.
Poor prattler, how thou talkest.
Bless you, fair dame. I am not to be known, but in your state of honor I am perfect. I doubt some danger does approach you nearly. If you take a holy man's advice, be not found here. Hence with your little ones. To fright you thus, methinks I am too strange. To do worse for fell cruelty. Just do not deny that person. Heaven preserve you, I dare die no longer.
Whither should I fly? I have done no harm. Then I remember I'm in this earthly world where to do harm is often laudable, and to do good sometimes counted a dangerous folly. Why then, alas, do I put up this womanly defense to say that I have done no harm? What are these faces?
Where is your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified where such as thou mayst find him.
He's a traitor!
No once thou shalt get
You eggs and cry of treachery.
I am not treacherous.
I've lost my hopes. Perchance even there where I did find my best. Why in that rawness left you wife and child? Those precious motives, those strong knots of love without leave taking. I pray you, let not my jealousy be your dishonors, but mine own safeties. You may be rightly just, whatever I shall think.
Bleed, poor country. Great tyranny. Where thou thy base is sure, for goodness dare not check thee. Where thou thy wrongs, thy title is feared. Fare thee well, Lord. I would not be the villain that thou thinkst, for the whole space is in the tyrant's grasp, and the rich east is boot.
Be not offended, I speak not in absolute fear of you. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke. It weeps, bleeds, and each day a new gash is added to her wounds. I think with all there be hands uplifted in my right, and here from England have I offered goodly thousands. But when I shall tread upon the tyrant's head, or wear it on my sword, yet my poor country shall have more vices than it did before, and more suffer and sundry ways than ever by him that shall succeed.
What should he be?
It is myself, I mean, in whom I know all the particulars of vice so crafted that, when they be opened, black Macbeth will seem as pure as snow, and the poor state is steaming as a lamb, compared with my confineless arms.
Not in the legions of horrid hell can come a devil more damned and evils to talk of that.
Ignorant and white, avaricious, luxurious, false, deceitful, sudden, malicious, smacking of every sin that has a name. But there's no bottom, none in my voluptuousness. Your wives, your daughters, your matrons, and your maids cannot fill up the cistern of my lust, and my sins shall overflow like the sins of my father, overwhelming the throne. Never expected such a one to reign.
Boundless intemperance in nature is a tyranny. It hath been the untimely emptying of the happy throne and the fall of many kings. But do not fear to take upon you what is yours. You may convey your pleasures in a spacious plenty, and yet sing cold the time you may so goodly. We have willing dames enough. There cannot be that vulture in you to devour so many as will to greatness dedicate themselves, finding it so inclined.
Well, with this there comes, in my most ill-composed affection, such a staunchless avarice that, were I king, I should cut off the nobles from their lands, desire his jewels in this other's house. And my more happy would be as a sauce to make me hunger more, that I should forge quarrels unjust against the good and loyal, destroying them for wealth.
This avarice sticks deeper, grown with more pernicious root than summer seeming lust, and it hath been the sword of our slain kings. But do not fear. Scotland hath
But I have none. All the king becoming graces as justice and verity, temperance, lowliness, bounty, perseverance, mercy and stableness, devotion, patience, courage, fortitude. I have no relish of them, but abound in the division of each several crime, acting in many ways. Nay, had I power, I should pour the sweet milk of concord into hell, uproar the universal peace, and confound all unity on earth.
Scotland, Scotland.
If such a one be fit to govern, speak. I am as I have spoken.
Fit to govern. No, not to live. O nation miserable, with an untied attire and bloody scepter, when shall I see thy wholesome days again? Since that truest issue of thy throne by his own interdiction stands accursed and does blaspheme his breed, fare thee well. The evils thou wert peace upon thyself have banished me from Scotland. Oh, my rest, thy hope is here.
This noble passion. Child of integrity, hath for my soul wiped the black scruples and reconciled thee in my thoughts to thy good truth and honor. Devilish Macbeth, by many of these trains that sought to win me into his power. But modest wisdom plucks me from overcredulous taste. God above deal between thee and me, for even now I put myself to thy direction. Unspeak mine own detraction. Here abjure the taints and blames I laid upon myself for strangers to my nature. I am unknown to women. Sworn, and which I broke my faith, scarcely have come to know as mine own, would not betray the devil to his fellow and delight as much in truth as in life. My first false speaking was this upon myself. I am truly is thine, and my poor country's to command. Whither indeed, before thou here approach, old Seward with 10,000 warlike men, already at a point of setting forth. And now all together, and the chance of our goodness be like our warranted quarrel. Why are you silent?
Such welcome and unwelcome things at once. 'Tis hard to reconcile. See who comes here.
Sir. Amen.
Stand Scotland where it did.
Alas, poor country, almost afraid to know itself. It cannot be called our mother, but our grave, where sighs and shrieks that rend the air are made, not marked, where violent sorrow seems a modern ecstasy. Dead men's knell is there scarce asked for whom, and good men's lives expire for the flowers in their caps, dying ere they sicken.
Oh, relation. Too nice and yet too true.
What's the newest grief?
That of an hour's age doth is the speaker. Each minute he's a new one.
How is my wife?
Why? Well.
And all my children?
Well, too.
The tyrant has not yet battered under peace.
Oh, no, they were well at peace when I did leave them.
Be not a miser of your speech. How goes it?
When I came here to transport the tidings, which I have heavily borne, there ran a rumor of many worthy fellows that were out. That was my belief witness the rather. For there I saw the tyrant's power afoot. Now is the time of help. Your eye in Scotland would create soldiers, make our women fight to doff their dire distresses.
Be it their comfort. We are coming thither. Gracious England hath lent us good Seward and 10,000 men.
Did I answer this comfort with the like? But I have words that will be howled out into the desert air, where hearing should not latch them.
What concern them? The general cause, or is it a figure due to some single breast?
No mind but in that honest share some woe, although the main part pertains to you alone.
Well, if it be mine, keep it not from me. Let me have it.
And let not your ears despise my tongue forever, which shall possess them with the heaviest sound that ever yet they heard.
I guess that.
Your castle is surprised. Your wife and babes savagely slaughtered, and to relate the manner were on the quarry of those murdered deer, to add the death of you.
Merciful God. What, man? Ne'er put your hat down upon your brows. Give sorrow words. The grief that does not speak whispers the o'erfront heart and bids it break.
My children, too.
Wife, children, servants, all that could be found.
I must be from thence. My wife killed, too.
How you said.
Be comforted. Let's make medicines of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
He has no children. All my pretty ones. Did you say all? How
touchstone of your sword. Let grief convert to anger, blunt not the heart, enrage it.
O gentle heaven, cut short all intermission. Bring down the speed of Scotland and myself, within my sword's length 7. If he escape, heaven forgive him too.
This too goes manly. Come, go into the king. Our power is ready. Our life is nothing but our lead. Macbeth is ripe for shaking, and the powers above put on their instruments. Receive what cheer you may. The night is long and never finds the day.
I have 2 nights watched with you, but received no truth in your report. When was it you said she last walked?
Since his majesty went into the field, I've seen her rise from her bed, put her nightgown upon her, unlock her closet, take forth paper, fold it, write upon it, read it, and afterwards seal it, and then return to bed. All of this while it was fast asleep.
A great perturbation of nature to receive at once the benefits of sleep, but do the effects of watching. Now, in this slumber agitated state, besides her walking and other actual performances, what at any time have you heard her say?
That, sir, which I will not report after her.
Oh, you may to me, and 'tis meet you should.
Neither to you nor to anyone, having no witness to confirm my speech. Lo, here she comes. This is her very guise, and upon my life, fast asleep. Say close watch.
How came she by that light?
Why, it came by her. She has light by her continually. 'Tis her command.
You see her eyes are open.
But their sense is shut.
What is it she does now? Look how she rubs her hands.
It's an accustomed action of hers to seem as though washing her hands. I've known her to do this for over a quarter of an hour.
Yet, here's a spot.
Hark, she speaks. I will set down what comes from her to satisfy my remembrance the more strongly.
Out, damn spot! Out, I say! 1, 2. Well, then 'tis time to do it. Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie! A soldier and a beard. What need we fear who knows it would not give call our power to account?
Do you want that?
King of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? No more of that, my lord. No more of that. You mar with all this starting.
Go to. You have heard what you should not.
She has spoke what she should not. I know that. Heaven knows what she has known.
Here is the smell of the blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweep this little hand. Oh.
The sighters, the heart is sorely charged.
I should not have the dignity in my bosom, but the dignity of the whole.
Well.
Pray God it be, sir.
It is beyond my practice. Though I have known those who have walked in their sleep who have died wholly in their beds.
Put on your nightgown. Wash your hands. Look not so pale. Banquo's buried. He cannot come out on his grave.
Even so.
To bed! To bed! Oh, there's knocking at the gate. Come. Take my hand. What's done is done. To bed! Oh, to bed! Oh.
Will she go now to bed?
Directly.
Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds to their death pillows will discharge their secrets. More needs she to divine than the physician. God forgive us all.
Is
He remove her from the sources of all annoyance, but still keep eyes upon her. So good night. My mind she has made it, and my heart is charged. I think, but dare not speak.
Good night, good doctor.
The English power brought here, led on by Malcom, his uncle Stewart, and good Macduff. Revenge is burning them, for theirs causes which the bleeding and grim alarm excite the mortified man.
Near Burnhamwood shall we well meet them. That way are they going.
Who knows if Donald may be with his brother?
Oh, for certain, sir, he is not. I have a vital of all the gentry. There is Seward's son and many other unrough youths who even now protest their first of manhood.
What does the tyrant?
Great Duncan he strongly fortifies. Some call him mad, others that lesser hate him call it valiant fury. But for certain he cannot buckle his distempered cause within the belt.
Now does he feel his secret murders sticking on his hands. Now minutely revolts up brave his faith breach. Those he command move only in command, nothing in love. Now does he feel his titles hang loose about him, like a giant thief upon a dwarfish thief.
Then shall blaze perturbed senses to recoil and start, when all that is within him does condemn itself for being there.
Well, march we on, to give obedience where it is truly owed. Meet we the medicine of the sickly wheel, and with him pour we in our country's purge each drop of us.
Or so much as it needs to do the sovereign flower and drown the weeds. March we on to Burnham!
Bring me no more reports. Let them fly all. Till Burnham would remove to Dunsinane, I cannot taint with fear. What's the boy Malcolm? Was he not born of woman? The spirits that know all immortal consequences have pronounced me thus. Fear not, Macbeth. No man that's born of woman shall e'er have power upon thee. Then fly, false thanes, and mingle with the English epicures. The mind I sway by and the heart I bear shall never sag with doubt nor shake with fear. The devil damn thee, thou cream-faced loon! Where gottest thou that gooseler?
We're from... There's 10,000...
Geese, villain!
The soldiers, sir!
Go prick thy face and overred thy fear, thou lily-livered boy! What soldiers patch? Death of thy soul! Those linen cheeks of thine are counselors to fear! What soldiers wave face?
Someplace here.
Take thy face hence! Satan! I am sick at heart when I behold. Satan, I say! This bush will cheer me ever or deceive me now. I have lived long enough. My way of life has fallen into the sere, the yellow leaf, and that which should accompany old age as honor, love, obedience, troops of friends I must not look to have, but in their stead curses, not loud but deep, mouth honor, breath which the poor heart would fain deny and dare not. Satan!
What? Good gracious. Pleasure.
What news, Lord?
All is reported or was confirmed.
I'll fight till from my bones my flesh be hacked. Bring me my armor.
Not needed yet.
I'll put it on. Send out more horses. Stir the country round. Hang those that talk of fear. Give me thy armor. How does your patient, doctor?
Not so sick, my lord, as she is troubled with thick-coming fancies that keep her from her rest.
Cure her of that. Canst thou not minister to a mind diseased? Pluck from the memory a rooted sorrow, raise out the written troubles of the brain, and with some sweet oblivious antidote, cleanse the perilous stuff of that stuffed bosom which weighs upon the heart.
Therein the patient must minister to
Throw physic to the dogs! Oh, none of it! Come, put my armor on, give me my staff. Sing! Sing out! The thanes fly from me, doctor. Come, sir, dispatch. If thou couldst, doctor, cast the water of my lands, find her disease, and purge it to a sound and pristine health, I would applaud thee to the very echo that should applaud again. Pull it off, I say. What rhubarb, cymer, what purgative drug would scour these English heads? Hear'st thou of them?
Aye, my good lord, your royal preparation makes us hear something.
Bring it after me. I will not be afraid of death and bane till Burnham Forest come to Dunsinane.
Were I from Dunsinane away and clear, profit again should it never draw me here.
Cousins, I hope days are near at hand that Chambers will be safe. We doubted nothing.
What wood is this before us?
It's the wood of Burnham!
Therefore shall we shatter the numbers of our hosts and make discovery ere recorded us.
It shall be done!
Hang out our banners on the outward walls. Pride still they come. Our castle's strength will laugh a siege to scorn. Here, let them lie till famine and the ague eat them up. Were they not forced with those that should be ours, we might have met them, dareful beard to beard, and beat them backward home.
The cry of women!
What was that noise?
It was the cry of women.
I have almost forgot the taste of fears. The time has been my senses would have cooled to hear a night shriek. My cell of hair would at a dismal treatise rouse and stir as life were in it. I have supped full with horrors. Direness familiar to my slaughterous thoughts cannot once start me. Wherefore was that cry?
The queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow. And tomorrow. And tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out. Out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow. It is a poor player who struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Now comes to use thy tongue, thy story quickly.
Gracious, my lord, I should report that which I say I saw, but know not how to do it.
Well then say, sir.
As I did stare and watch on my fiddle, I looked toward Burnham, and on me thought the wood began to move.
Liar and slave.
Let me endure your wrath if it not be so, but I say within these 3 miles a moving road.
If thou speakst false, upon the next tree shalt thou hang alive till famine cling thee. If thy speech be sooth, I care not if thou dost for me as much. I pull a resolution and begin to doubt the equivocation of the theme that lies like truth.
Fear not, Macbeth. So burn a wood you come to Dunsinane.
And now a wood comes toward Dunsinane. Arm and out. If this which he avouches does appear, there is nor flying hence nor tarrying here. I begin to be aweary of the sun, and wish the estate of the world were now undone. Ring the alarm bell. Blow wind. Come rack. At least we'll die with harness on our back.
Now, near enough. Your leading screens, throw down, and show us those you are. You, worthy uncle, show us my cousin, your right noble son, lead our first battle. Worthy Macduff and I shall take upon us what else remains to do, according to our order.
But do we find the tyrant's power tonight? Let us be beaten if we cannot fight.
Give all our trumpets breath. Make them all speak. Terrible blood bringers of blood and death!
Yeah!
They have tied me to a stake. I cannot fly, but bear-like I must fight the course. What's he that's not born of woman? Such a one I am to fear, or none.
What is thy name?
Thou'lt be afraid to hear it.
No, though thou callest thyself a name hotter than any is in hell.
My name's Macbeth.
The devil himself could not pronounce a name more hateful to my ear.
No, nor more fearful.
Thou liest, abhorrent tyrant. With my sword, I'll prove the lies thou speakest.
Thou wast born of woman, yet swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn, brandished by thee that's of woman born.
Now with the noises. Tyrant, show thy face! If thou be slain with no stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghosts will haunt me still. I cannot strike at wretched kerns whose arms are hired to bear their staves. Either thou, Macbeth, or my sword with an unbattered edge I sheath again undeed. There thou shouldst be. By this great clatter, one of grace and noise seems breathing. Let me find him, fortune, and more I beg not.
This way, my lord, the castle's gently rendered. The tyrant people on both sides do fight. The noble thanes do bravely in the war. The day almost itself professes yours, and little is to do.
We live with foes that strike beside us.
Enter, sir, the castle.
Why should I play the Roman fool and die on mine own sword? Whilst I see lives, the gashes do better on them.
Turn, hellhound, turn!
Of all men else, I have avoided thee. But get me back. My soul is too much charged with blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword. Thou art bloodier villain than terms to give me up!
Yeah! 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 labor. As easy mayst thou the entrenchant air with thy keen sword impress, as make me bleed. Let fall thy blade on vulnerable crests. I bear a charmed life, which must not yield to one of woman born.
To spare that charm, and let the angel whom thou hast still served tell thee, Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely ripped!
Cursed be the tongue that tells me so, for it hath cowed my better part of man, and be these juggling fiends no more believed. The call trust in the double sense that keep the word of truth to our ears and bring it to our home. I'll not fight with thee.
And yield thee, Cap, and live to be the show and gaze of time. We'll have thee, as our rare monsters are, painted on a pole and under rates. Here may you see the tiger.
I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet and be baited with the rabble's curse. Though Burnham would become to Duncan, and thou oppose, being of nobleman born, yet I will try the last. Before my body I throw my warlike shield. Lay on, Macduff, and damned be him that first cries, hold! Enough! Yeah! 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 Yeah!
With the friends we missed were safe arrived.
Some must go off, and yet by these I see a day so great as this is cheaply bought.
Macduff was missing.
Hail, King. Behold where stands the earth's cursed head. I see thee knight with thy king's pearl. To speech my salutation in the voices, I desire a mouth of mine. Hail, King of Scotland!
Hail, King of Scotland!
We shall not spend a large expense of time before we reckon with our several loves and make a seat. My thanks. Henceforth be earls, the first that ever Scotland had such an honored name. What's more to do, which will be newly with the times, as calling home our exiled friends abroad that fled the snares of watchful tyranny, producing forth the ministers of this cruel butcher and his fiend-like queen, who, as 'tis thought, by self and violent hands, took off her life. This and what evil else that calls upon us, by the grace of grace, we will perform in measure, time, and place. So thanks to all at once, and to each one, whom we invite to see us crowned at Scone.
Scone!